Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to build a pretty simple, pretty awesome, and very easy to build automatic potion brewer for your world. This is a one-touch brewing system, meaning that all you need to do to use this system is simply come up here, press the button, and then you'll have 3 potions be automatically deposited into the chest for you. You can go ahead and grab those potions, use them, do whatever you want with them, and while you're doing that, the machine will automatically start brewing up the next set of potions for you, so you can come back later and grab them when they are ready. So it's a pretty convenient little design. As you may be able to tell, it's also a one-wide tileable system, meaning that each potion brewer is only a single block wide, so we technically have 6 different potion brewers on this little wall right here, and all of these potion brewers, each slice is completely independent of the other slices right next to each other. So this potion brewer is capable of brewing any type of potion in the entire game. As you can see, we have splash potions, level 2 potions, normal level 1 potions, 4 ingredient potions. This brewer can brew any type of potion in the entire game, which is pretty lovely. As you can see, it also has a pretty nice front to it, so this is where you would put in your water bottles for each individual slice. We then have a little indicator where you can rename a potion and put it in there so you can actually tell what type that slice is going to brew. You then have the button which you press to get your 3 potions, and then just the storage down here at the bottom. So that's pretty much the main features of this automatic potion brewer. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual redstone. And as you can see, it is completely one wide and really quite simple. It is 7 blocks long and 8 blocks tall. It's not the most compact thing in the world, but honestly, it is pretty simple. So how this system actually works is when you press the button, that will unlock this hopper right here, which will drain out 3 pre-brewed potions. So that's how you get 3 potions instantly. And then that will also go ahead and refill the potion brewer with another 3 water bottles as well. That also sends a signal up the backside to activate our 3 or more ingredient potions, and all of those get spit out in just the right order to brew the potion that you want. So this is currently doing Netherwort. The next one in here is Magma Cream for fire resistance, and then we have a piece of gunpowder in there for a splash potion of fire resistance. So all of the dark prismarine is the optional blocks that I think make the front of this thing look much better. So before we hop into the tutorial, I do want to tell you about the cons of this design, because that is just the nice thing to do. So there is no indicator light for when your actual potion is done brewing. There's not really a room to do that in this design, so it is not part of the design, of course, but each ingredient takes 20 seconds to brew. So for a 3 ingredient potion, you would have a 1-minute brew time, and hopefully that isn't too big of a deal. Maybe in future versions of this design, I'll figure out a way to get an indicator light in there. Also, this system does not have any safety systems in place, so if you run out of blaze powder, or out of some ingredients, or out of bottles, it'll just keep on brewing if you press that button. So you gotta keep in mind that you need to keep these bottles stocked up, you need to keep an eye on your blaze powder, and also keep in mind that you need to restock your ingredients. So as long as you're aware of those things, this potion brewer will work just fine for you in your world. So before we begin, there's going to be a full materials list for this build down in the description of the video for all of you who are curious or interested. And also keep in mind, for this build, you're going to want some sort of passageway going back and inside of the actual potion brewer. That way you can refill your blaze powder and also refill your bottom ingredient dropper. Just a fairly important thing. I figured I might as well mention it at the beginning of the tutorial. So you're going to want to go ahead and dig down a couple of blocks from your main floor level, and we need a 7 long area for this potion brewer, and we also need this to be 8 blocks tall as well, as you can see on screen right now. So keep in mind, this 8 blocks tall is going to be for a 3 ingredient potion brewer. If you want to brew a 4 ingredient potion brewer, you're going to need another dropper. If you want a 5 ingredient, you're going to need another dropper. If you want a 6 ingredient potion, you're going to need 3 additional blocks on top of this thing. So keep that in mind. You're going to want a little bit of extra vertical space on top of your build area. All right, so we're going to start in the front corner right here with a double chest for our potion output. grab 3 hoppers and go behind it. Point all of those to just going straight into that double chest like so. This one, it does need to be facing downwards. Get a saw block in front of and behind this hopper as well, and 2 temporary blocks above it just like so. We just need that there so that we can place this dropper facing directly downwards into that hopper right there. So that one needs to be facing directly downwards, and we need both of these blocks in place. Go ahead and place yourself a temporary block above the front of that chest and a solid block above it. Go ahead and place any kind of wooden button on the front of that block right there. It does need to be wooden because of the timings of the button. Stone will not work. So now place 2 redstone torches on the top and back side of that block, repeater going into that dropper, and another repeater coming out of the back side of that. Block in front of that repeater with a redstone torch on top of it, and another block on top of that as well. We're going to leave this for the time being, and instead go ahead and place a hopper facing downwards into that dropper with your brewing stand on top of it right there. So now grab your sticky piston and place that on the very top of that redstone torch, just like so. And this should be what you have at this point in the tutorial. So now go ahead and grab a hopper and place that facing directly into the side of your potion brewer, and also put a double chest right on top of your sticky piston, and that is just going to be for your water bottle storage, of course. So now is a good time to go ahead and put 2 non-stackable items of pretty much any type in the final 2 slots of this hopper right here. I would suggest just like a wooden or stone shovel, and that's going to make it so that your hopper only ever grabs 3 water bottles from your double chest when you activate the system, and that'll just keep everything in sync. This thing isn't going to have spare water bottles sitting around in it, and it's not going to cause any issues or anything like that. Trust me, it'll be helpful for you in the future. So just go ahead and fill it up like so. And now we're going to finish off this torch tower on the back side. So you want a redstone torch right there, block above it, redstone torch, and then just kind of zigzag that back around with a block above that one, and a redstone torch on the front of it as well. So as you can see, it just kind of alternates powered and unpowered on the front side of this. So now is a great time to go ahead and just get in your 3 item droppers. This is going to be for the 3 ingredients of your potion brewer. I'll talk more about this later, but now is also a great time to go ahead and fill up the ingredients of your dispensers or your droppers right here. So I'm going to be brewing some splash potions of fire resistance, so another wort, magma cream, and then gunpowder, and I would suggest just filling these up as much as you possibly can. So this is what it should look like from the side right here, and now you just want to place a hopper facing directly downwards into your brewer, place a chest to the side like that, and then a hopper facing downwards above it as well. The chest, it just kind of saves us a hopper, and it also makes it so that when you tile these things right next to each other, you can actually reach in between the chest and, access your ingredient dropper, refill them if need be. It's not a perfect system. It's mildly infuriating. However, you can't access them from the backside, so it's kind of the best that we can do. So in case it wasn't clear, your bottom dropper is for your first ingredient, the one above that for your second ingredient, and then the very top dropper is for your third ingredient. Any above this would be for your fourth, your fifth, and then your sixth ingredients respectively. But again, I'll get back to that in a little while. So now what you can go ahead and do is fill up your brewing stand with some blaze powder. This one already has water bottles in it because I pressed the button, but we're just gonna go ahead and remove those. And now that we have all of our ingredients in place, we can properly press the button, see this system in action. Everything got dispensed. We have water bottles and things are brewing, and it looks like everything is in the correct order as well. So we have netherwort, magma cream, and then gunpowder. So all of that stuff is gonna brew up in 1 minute's time, and then we can go ahead and press the button again and get our first batch of potions. So to finish off our brewer, what you can go ahead and do is place a stair down here on the bottom to hide kind of the emptiness of the void behind it. Place a stair in front of this redstone torch right there. Go above your chest to place another stair, and then one on the side of that one as well, and that'll make the front of your brewer much more appealing. And then you can also place an item frame on the back of that piston, rename your potion in an anvil to whatever you like, and just go ahead and pop that in there. And then whenever you look at it, you'll actually be able to tell what potion is being brewed in this slice. So if we go ahead and actually press that button, we should see our 3 fire resistance potions be put in here, and this thing should be brewing up the next batch as well. As you can see, it works perfectly fine. So the final thing that I need to show you for this build is how to expand it to include more than just 3 ingredients, and it's basically what you would expect. We just add 3 more droppers on top, or however many more droppers that you need, and also just expand the torch tower up as well. Again, we're replacing every other hopper with a chest just to save some resources. And I have been brewing up the Lingering Potion of Invisibility extended version, which is the 6 ingredient potion, which is like the max ingredient potion you can even build in this game. And as you can see, it's actually been brewing perfectly fine, which honestly is very surprising to me. The random hoppers and random redstone of Bedrock Edition usually ruins everything having to do with this kind of system, but for some reason it just works, and I'm super happy about it. As you can see, everything landed in the order that it should, and it's just lovely. I love it so much. Something I'm not really fully sure about is why these particles have been here for literally 20 minutes, and also why the actual lingering potions of invisibility don't do anything. You guys will see this in a bug rock coming to you soon. So that is going to do it for this Bedrock Edition tutorial. I do hope that you all did enjoy. If you did, then of course let me know your thoughts about this potion brewer down in the comment section. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then of course let me know down there as well. You guys know I read every single comment on the channel, always trying to help you guys out as best as I possibly can. But if you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like. Helps out the video and the channel significantly. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next tutorial that I upload, and I'll see you all down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you again for watching, and then there was silence.